The Jewish Community Alliance of Southern Maine is heading to Washington, D.C. tomorrow morning. The group says it will be joining Jewish communities from across the country to rally for the return of 250 Israelis that are said to be held hostage by Hamas. They will be participating in the Americans March for Israel Tuesday morning at 10 at the National Mall in D.C. Those hundreds of hostages are the main reason Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has given for denying a ceasefire in Gaza. Israeli forces have intensified their fighting around Gaza's largest hospital, saying Hamas is using hospitals as shields for its fighters. Health officials say the hospitals are in dire need of humanitarian aid and are running out of electricity and critical supplies. In a televised address yesterday, Netanyahu said Israel's battle to crush Gaza will continue in full force until those hostages are returned. He also reaffirmed that Israel has no intention of going back to how things were before the war, adding Gaza will be demilitarized after the war and Israel will, quote, continue to control security there. This stance on the war continues to anger Palestinians and human rights groups across the globe, accusing Israel of recklessly harming civilians to reach those goals. Saudi Arabia and other Muslim countries are joining the efforts to call for an end to these military operations in Gaza. Leaders across the Middle East gathered for the joint Islamic Arab Summit in Riyadh yesterday. Among the demands were that Israeli forces be investigated for war crimes, that the world recognizes the state of Palestine as a sovereign country, and that nations stop sending weapons to Israel. Meanwhile, back here in the United States, the demands for that ceasefire also continue. And yesterday they were taken to outside President Biden's home in Delaware. Many came together for a peaceful march in Wilmington. The alliance included Jewish Voices for Peace, members of the If Not Now movement, American Muslims for Palestine, the Council on American Islamic Relations, and a number of other Delaware-based groups.